Let's do it, chat. So this was a build-around submission for Historic to feature the new Jeskai Ultimatum, Inspired Ultimatum here. Target player gains 5 life, deals 5 damage to any target, and then you draw 5 cards. In a way, this card is very, very similar to Sphinx's Revelation. It gains you life and it draws you cards. It's actually slightly better rate than Rev in terms of 7 mana, although obviously it's less flexible in how big it can be. The fact that it can be a removal spell as well seems interesting. One of the big downsides of this card is obviously getting it countered or Aether Gusted, but Teferi Time Raveler helps with that a lot. One of the nice things here in Historic is that Search for Azcanta is able to find the Ultimatum, which is great. Someone had asked about why we weren't playing the Doom Inevitable in this deck. I've elected to play Shark Typhoon as opposed to Doom Inevitable in the cycling slot, in large part due to the fact that we're playing Search for Azcanta and 3-mana Narset. So Shark Typhoon is a cycling card / win condition that we can find with both of these, whereas Doom Foretold is not. So like when you get into the mid to late game, being able to find your card that actually kills them with Azcanta has a lot of upside in my experience. Let's go ahead and dive on into a Historic constructed event with this one and see how it goes. Remember, even though the ranked ladder is off for Historic, you could still, for 1,000 gold or 190 gems, you can still play Historic on demand with matchmaking. Hey, Scott, thanks for extending your sub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So where are we on the Companions Doom meter this morning? I actually really hope the Companions end up being reasonable. I think things like Gyruda being good in formats like Legacy should in no way, shape, or form influence how Companions are approached. I think if things break in bigger formats like Legacy, that shouldn't mean cards are bad to print. Nah, he's just bad in general. Don't play bad cards. Put more good cards in your deck. Are Bonecrushers better than Shocks plus Zedra? What's Zedra? Zedra doesn't work with Elspeth Conquers Death. Although if I cut the Bonecrusher Giant for Shocks, we could play what's the card's name? We could play the Creature Companion. You're the 3/2 for 3. Just like as a free roll to always have a 3-drop. I don't know if that's worthwhile though. I think that's worth more than Bonecrusher. Maybe. I don't know. The 4/3 body is a big deal. Bonecrusher is very good against Skrull. Bonecrusher is very good against Skrull. Yeah, the new Narset is not very good in my experience. We played a Jeskai deck with her in Standard yesterday, and she just doesn't really... I think she's worse than this card. She doesn't really generate enough card advantage, and doesn't have an ultimate that's good enough for a 4-mana Planeswalker. Alright. Percy, just stop being pedantic. I'm tired of you. Get out of here. So I'm hoping to draw an untapped land here so we can play Conqueror's Death. This could be a matchup where we end up just like playing Shark Typhoon out as an enchantment too. Realistically. Yeah, I'm aware, Ace Tiger. Literally just said that. I don't know if this is right, but it's definitely fun, so I'm going to do it. Whenever we cast a non-creature spell, we get an XX Flying Shark, where X is that spell's converted mana cost.
I'm known for my excellent timing. Not so fast.
Alright, so open a draw an untapped land here so we can kill Teferi with this ultimatum. Life is misery. Life is misery.
Keep up the pace.
Alright, we need these two to be blanks. Need these to not be counter spells. Not be discard spells. Well, poop. This is pretty good example of wrong half problem. We just like drew 3 Shatter the Skies in a matchup where it's very bad, obviously. It feels War of the Spark, man. Agree. Alright, the untapped land here is actually not terrible. So I get to go ahead and play this out, and then I get to activate Castle. And then the following turn, I get to cycle the Shark Typhoon to make a 6/6. It's like, we're not just dead yet. We're definitely behind at the moment, but I feel like we're not in an unwinnable position. Can you kill Narset first attempt play because of Ultimatum? No. So damage doesn't kill cards, state-based actions do. The funny part is this Othakaya is just like threatening to kill us too. Definitely didn't update the stream title. Thank you.
I know 88 ways to defeat.
Thanks for the 13 months, Goons. Morning. Oh, is Legacy hilarious? That's true. That is one of the reasons why aggro decks in Magic tend to be better than interactive decks, is they don't tend to experience the wrong half problem. When your deck is proactive, it's hard to draw the wrong half. Yeah, if you like Legacy, you should definitely watch today's league. It was really, really good. New archetype is super real.
Hurry.
Lion's Eye to Heaven continues to be a busted Magic card. Turns out Black Lotus with downside, still good. Still good. Alright, well, the Shark is going to get ended next turn, but hopefully we can find something reasonable. What's our best draw here? Like Jeskai Ultimatum?
I am not going to sit this one out.
Aren't those the same thing, Dave? And this is cycling this, so like they can't even counterspell us, which is great. God, fuck, that's so frustrating. So I have to do this in response, and then I get to Legions on my Shark now. So what's our best draw? Jeskai Ultimatum or Elspeth Conquers Death are our best draws. So they'll exile the Shark. Token can kill this. And then if we draw a Jeskai Ultimatum or a Conqueror's Death, we can kill this and be a parity. To highlight the Legacy League, we killed someone on turn 1 after we mulled the 3. If you're looking for the highlights.
I was not prepared for this.
We need to move quickly.
They haven't shown us any counter spells yet, right? So I feel like there's a good chance, like, if we draw a bomb, it could resolve here. Well, they know about the Shatter, right? So they have a counter then? I mean, to be fair, you don't have to look at Moto for very long to watch it. The entire league was under an hour to go 3-2.
Trust me. You'll thank me later. I'll protect you.
Okay. Alright. It's good. Good series of hits there. Oh, I'm dumb. This lets them ult their Teferi, right? Let's see if they see it. I don't know. We're dead anyways.
Hold that thought.
Alright, they missed it. Sweet. You'll love to see it, chat.
Right on schedule. It's only a matter of time.
And they did that before I play my other one. That's great.
Here we go.
I think they wanted to be greedy and keep their Tef post ult. That's just super wrong.
Trust me. You'll thank me later. Time is much more malleable than people think.
Feel like we're behind in this matchup. Not having discard spells usually means you're behind in these control mirrors. Like, they have a flip search for Azcanta, so I don't know that, like, their mistake really matters at this point.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Man, they have a lot of basic lands. Alright. Onwards, upwards, backwards, forwards. Gotta leave some copies of our sweepers in to deal with Dream Trawler. Crusher's fine. It can finish off Teferi's and Narsets after they down tick. It's relatively clean. Bring Stroke and Veto in. Trim some of the obvious undesirables. The Legacy deck was really good. There's some good clips. Yeah, Bonecrusher is a card that can threaten their board too, which is nice. I agree. Thanks for the 28 months, Carbonova. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Why is Pibblethip our avatar? Because Christy picked our avatar the other day and she picked Pibblethip. I just think most people are overstating. I think people are so focused on trying to like be correct that companions are super busted that they're like trying to shoehorn them into things where they don't belong. I think like the upside of having a random 3-mana 2/3 or 3/2 or whatever it is in decks like this is like lower than just like playing all the good cards in your deck. There should be a third search in our deck. I almost put 3 searches in. Card's real good on 2. Pretty sure we just want to counter her. She's going to get 2 things we might want to counter otherwise. We do. It's on my Twitter, Jeremy. Marty clipped it and I tweeted it. I didn't see many counter spells out of them. Just going to go ahead and jam this. Rewarded.
Just the trick for this.
Teferi sounds great. All the pros and Magic personalities are saying companions should go in every deck and they can't be overreacting. Yeah. If you want a really easy way to weed out whose opinions you should care about with regards to companions and whose you shouldn't, you should go on the backlog on Twitter and look at who said Stoneforge Mystic would break Modern and who didn't. And anybody who told you they thought Stoneforge Mystic would break Modern, you should understand that they probably don't understand how to evaluate cards very well. Alright, so this Shark Typhoon, am I cycling it or am I playing it? I think I'm cycling it at this point. I think I'm just like shock this in, plan to cycle the Typhoon and make a 4/4. Yeah, also could go look back and people that said Jason Bloodbraid Elf would kill Modern. There are a lot of really bad takes that showed who could evaluate cards and who couldn't in the context of a format. Yeah, you could also go through people's deck lists from the Pro Tours and Mythic Invitationals and look at everybody who chose to register less than 4 copies of Once Upon a Time. Those are also people whose opinions you should take with a grain of salt with regard to card evaluation. There were people who, like, that card was literally getting ready to get banned and people still weren't playing 4 copies of it for some reason. Shark Typhoon just seems absurd post-board in these control mirrors. Just like having an uncounterable threat that can trips just seems super powerful. Yeah, you got it. Gaia's Wrath resolves. Sure. You ever had a bad call on a card? Not really. I also tend to be very conservative about what my calls or cards are on for explicitly that reason. There's no reason to give bad hot takes unless you're trying to sound smarter than you are. Yeah, Hurley was one of the folks that provided, I would like to gain 5, target a creature, player, planeswalker. Okay, so let's do this. Sorry, to complete my thought. Hurley provided, some of the price support for the past open, the first open that we did. They've been a sponsor in the past, do really great stuff. I think I have some other stuff here. I have a pile. Some of our altars. Yeah, I've got a set of basics here from them. And do professional Magic the Gathering alterations, border extensions and stuff like that. Good stuff. What am I doing here? I have to discard the hand size. Pretty unlucky. I guess I just do this, huh?
Sorry I'm late. You know what? I'm not done yet.
I'm not done yet. What am I bidding here? I think it's second Teferi. I think it's backup time, Raveler. I think I want all the rest of these. Yeah, generally, like, if you want to see how I evaluate cards, so I generally don't miss when I evaluate things, go read my article on Cool Stuff Inc. that went up this week, and then compare the language I use when evaluating cards with people who tend to give hot takes when they evaluate cards. You'll notice there's not only a tone difference, but just in general, the way I approach talking about things. Huh? I'm happy with how I boarded. Let's run it back. Yeah, I'm not good at MTG Finance. I don't do that. I don't do that anymore. You have a bunch of people signed up for the open, by the way. As of right now, it looks like we have 134 people enrolled in the upcoming Standard Open a week from today. Sounds good, Radagast. Sounds good, Tuber. As a heads up to people who submitted things through the submission form yesterday, usually I respond to deck submissions every night or when I get done streaming. Yesterday I was live for 9 hours and then I had 2 hours of deck building afterwards, so I did not respond to form submissions yesterday. I will make a point to respond to them this evening. Yes, next month's event will be a historic tournament. My plan is to do a standard event following every set release, and then the other 2 events in that quarter will be historic. So we'll do standard, historic, standard, historic, etc. As just kind of a lasting command, you'll always be able to find the information regarding the next open by using !next open in chat.
This might be a bad idea.
I'm not locking into a particular day of the week. There will most likely always be on weekends.
This is hardly my worst defeat. You show remorse.
Just gonna go ahead and draw the card with this right away. think there's a pretty good chance they have a way to kill it, so I want to just guaranteed get that in. One of the things that's really sweet about these Triomes now is you'll notice that this deck that I'm currently playing has 27 lands in it, which is awesome. Honestly, I think there's a chance this deck could even want to go up to 28 with the access to the 4 Triomes to cycle in the late game. Alright.
Don't worry, I got this.
I think I Hero of Dominaria to see if they have a removal spell to start. And then maybe we'll Shark Typhoon next turn.
Let's hurry.
Maybe I should have shocked in that land, so this way if they like play this and tuck my Teferi. They're not tucking my Teferi. Good beats. Hey, Roadkill, thank you for the 2.5 years. And for the very generous tier 3 at that. Welcome back. So we definitely want to... We definitely want to just take their Hero of Dominaria off the table. We know they have multiple copies of Elder Spell. Well, that was a great draw. Kinda. I actually can't... That's unfortunate. So I can't... I'm a land short of Conqueror's Deathing and Stomping this. Definitely have to get rid of that one because of the implications of Elder Spell. That feels bad. I might end step, cycle the Shark Typhoon to make a 1/1 so I can attack their Time Raveler for 1 and then stomp it to finish it off. I think it's probably the line. So, can't Disdainful Stroke this because, again, we're currently playing Hearthstone.
I've got time. Stop that. Now. Now what? Let's try this.
Yeah, I am, Brad.
We need to move.
With everything that happened surrounding COVID, I just, like, all of my spare time disappeared. So, my original plan was to fork and maintain a fork of Deckmaster. But, I just don't have the time to do that with having to do school stuff with the kids on top of trying to maintain everything with work here. I mean, it's going to cover something no matter where I put it, right, Brad? I can reposition it as the content producer. That's going to block something no matter where I put it. I really wish they had the option just turn the deck list off. Would be ideal. If I put it in the bottom right, it'll block the view of the top of my deck, plus it'll block the graveyard, which I think is more important to display.
You know what? I'm not done yet. No, I am not making this up as I go.
Yeah, pretty solidly ahead at this point. Yeah, Azcanta appears to be bugged in this patch. It's like black on the backside. You can't even see it. Alright. Do you have a way to kill my Teferi here? And I can't even give Arena the benefit of the doubt and say, hey, maybe this is a Linux bug or a Wine bug, because I'm playing on Windows now, right? Alright, 1 Dovin's Veto, please. Alright. We take those.
Only time will tell.
Guess I'll just take this draw 5 then. No big. This is land number 7, right?
I'll protect you.
Whee! How many lands do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This will be land number 11. So we get to go shock this in, play Shark Typhoon, play Hero of Dominaria, trigger Shark Typhoon. You love to see it, chat. Mama Shark doo 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 doo. Mama Shark doo 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 doo. I could have killed them with the ultimate. That's way less cool than playing my Shark Typhoon. Do y'all even understand how cool Shark Typhoon is? Do y'all even understand how cool this is? You wanted to cast this card and win the game? Get out of here. Get out of here. I think day 9's probably right in Jeskai Ultimatum. Seems great. He's definitely right in that Shark Typhoon is great. I think Shark Typhoon, we're going to see that be a standard staple. Seems pretty good in Historic too. The fact that it's a threat that we can find with Azcanta in Historic seems phenomenal. Yeah, we get to Baby Shark for a long time now too, which is great. Sure. Triome also seems stellar in this archetype. Thanks for the year and a half, Lumbering Falls. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Most of the ultimatums seem playable. I don't know about that. Seven mana is a lot of mana. Excuse me. The fact that... Alright, punish for not holding up Seal Away here. The fact that... Inspired Ultimatum is in the same colors as Teferi Time Raveler is really its saving grace, I think. The art on this is just phenomenal. I think we're just gonna like do this here. And like next turn I hate to go like land, Teferi plus, have Seal Away up. Feels like we're in garbage time already. And remember, chat, this is the format where Teferi never rotates. We can actually Jeskai Ultimatum them next turn too by plussing this, floating mana, and then hitting them. We'd have to discard to hand size to do that though, so probably not worth. I bet they have a lot of counters in their hand. I would too. Just gonna bring in all of our removal spells here. Narset's probably slow. This is like almost assuredly an ultimatum out matchup. Aether Gust seems reasonable. We do one of these. Leave one in. Hey, Ninja Bob. Thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Sadness on the stack resolves. Any standard human decks with the problem? We've not played any standard human decks as of yet. I don't think we have any in... Yeah, we don't have any in the queue today. There are some in the queue eventually. Remember, if there's decks in the queue you'd like to see a little bit sooner, the shillings you collect for watching the stream can allow you to bump decks up in 10k, 30k, or 50k increments. Sure. That's probably a little slow. Curious Obsession is very good. Kind of counting on Search for Azcanta to dig us into interaction so we can have, like, interaction tap land next turn and then Shatter the Sky resolve hopefully the following turn. Anything that's not a piece of interaction here getting binned. Kind of expecting nothing to resolve here. Yeah, I think Spell Pierce into Oblivion is going to be a very realistic outcome here. I think I should have mulliganed this hand. Of course there's a command. There's a command for everything. It's got a neat take. Alright, so like 1000% have Spell Pierce or they're drawing to it, right? Sea Dasher seems like a sweet upgrade. There was we didn't get it on coverage at all, unfortunately, but there was actually a... Actually seems good if the Shadow resolves. There was actually a mono blue deck that had a deep run in... That had a deep run in the subs tournament last weekend. They were unfortunately the one person whose Discord name didn't match their Twitch name, so I couldn't find them in Discord quickly to put them on coverage, but their deck list is up on MTG Melee, the MTG Melee page if you want to look for a mono blue list to start with. Yeah, Sea Dasher giving you a second Curious Obsession type effect in blue. The blue tempo deck seems really powerful because, like, the best draws in the blue tempo deck were always... Yeah, but that requires another color. And, like, adding another color is not trivial. People always underestimate how much pain adding a color to your mana base does and how much inconsistency it adds. Shark Typhoon's actually excellent in a matchup like this. Because it's an uncounterable shark, basically. Our hand's excellent this time around, whereas it was pretty bad last game. Sounds good, Mono. XM, thanks for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I don't know. I actually think Sea Dasher Octopus makes it harder to justify being a 2-color deck. I think there was some justification for being a 2-color deck at some point. because you wanted more of that, but like with Sea Dash or Octopus giving you the desired effect still in blue, I think you have to work harder to justify it overall. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I think Mono Blue should probably play Sea Dasher. Basically gives you 8 copies of your best effect. I think I'm going to err on the side of cycling this since I already have 6 lands.
A quest of mystery.
I think Sprite Dragons are easy to be in 2-color. Probably not alone. Royal Scion seems neat, though. Royal Scion seems like a great tool for their deck against control decks. They could be playing Embercleave. I mean, Embercleave's a card that's definitely powerful enough to splash, right? Royal Scions is good with these to let you trample over, huh? That's kind of hot.
Your heart can overcome any challenge.
Like this is a real threat, huh? Kills real fast. Can't ambush it with it. Can't jump the shark on it right currently. Okay, so like this actually works out quite well for us, I feel. We get to go ahead and have this hit here. And then I get to Shatter the Sky. We both draw a card.
Let it go down.
Mono red deck, running fire breathing effects, and the new activated ability. Sure. Don't brazen borrower me. We're gambling on no brazen borrower here, chat. If we get to untap with the Shark Typhoon, we're gonna win the game by a lot. No! No! Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Sick. Swish. Nailed it. Almost got punished for holding this. Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do. It's a 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. Do 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 do. Man, we are totally about to get burned out, aren't we? Like 1,000% about to get burned out. Why would they spell pierce this instead of just like playing a brazen borrower? This seems really loose, right? I feel like just putting a second threat into play was much better.
I know my responsibility.
Past 2-2, you're no longer a baby shark. You're big graduated shark. Mama shark do 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 do. Mama shark do 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 do. Get a baby shark in here. Alright, if we don't get burned out, I think we'll be in garbage time here.
Might be a bad idea.
Hey, what's going on, Evan? Thanks for keeping me around. Welcome back. Saturday mornings is going to be my normal stream time moving forward. Daddy Shark comes into play. All the sharks go away. Yeah, Sharknado makes type Shatter always can't trip is exactly right. Whoo! Whoo! Oh! Grandpa Shark do 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 do. Grandpa Shark do 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 do. Grandpa Shark. That's a piece of candy right there. Nom 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 nom. When your gain 5, deal 5, draw 5's not enough. Might as well mix in a 7/7 shark just to make sure you're ready to close the door. Fell in love with Teamer Fires last night and can't wait to see more Bruce. Thanks for 2/3 of your spread. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Daily deals. Let's take a peekaboo. There's a new card set out. Some of the daily deals might actually apply to us now. Oh yeah, you love to see. I don't even know if this card's good, but I'm gonna spend time casting it. So let's get that. Let's get that foil. That was an Extinction event. I'm not gonna spend my own money on Extinction event. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where Standard settles. I definitely feel you on the will Standard actually be something new, or will it just be more of the same from last season? Yeah, good game, Turnpike Bear. Do you have Cleave in your blue-red list? Or are you mostly playing it for other things? I think I keep that. I'm just like Teferi, Bounce Your Steamkin here, just trying to hit land drops.
You show remorse, I'll show restraint. I've got time.
Ooh. Ooh. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Shatter in the sky. If you like memes, the Legacy League is can't miss TV. The Legacy League was like really, really good. Best Magic Online Magic I've played in a long time. Yeah, seems sweet, Turnpike. I think it's worth shocking to get my Narset down here.
I train every day to meditate and prepare.
I'm gonna go ahead and do this now so they don't risk drawing a card off my deck.
Sloppy technique. You cannot see your folly.
Alright, what are we doing? Narset's out. Intervention's good. It's probably a Shark Typhoon matchup out. The cantrip's not super useful. It takes a while for the Shark token to be relevant. I almost feel like I'm supposed to leave all of these in at the top end. I feel like gaining life from this is going to be super, super relevant in a lot of spots. Would I rather have Time Ravelers or Conqueror's Deaths? If I'm leaving these in, I'd probably rather trim these to drag my curve down. My curve's pretty trim like this, huh? Like bunch of 2s, 3, 4, 5, 7. Seems reasonable. Think I like it? Think I like it. Come into it, Chip. Cut search? No. So it's important to leave card advantage in matchups like this, because if you board our deck has a lot of 1-for-1s in it, and if you're cutting your card advantage, eventually you're gonna flood out, because in addition to your 1-for-1s, you're also playing a lot more lands than your opponent. So I think it's important to leave card advantage like search and 5-mana Teferians to have a way to actually get ahead once you stabilize. Because if you stabilize and then flood out, you're gonna die. And having card advantage helps you power through that. Bonecrusher is so good. Yeah, the Triomes bringing in castles and buddy lands untapped is great. Honestly, it might be right to play less than 12 fetches now. Or not fetches, 12 might be right to play less than 12 shocks. I'm gonna play the Bonecrusher before the Clarion here, because I'm gonna hope I can trade the Bonecrusher with the Annex here. I think I could probably go down to like 10 shocks with the 4 Triomes and play a couple more buddy lands just so our mana base is less painful. I think it's a reasonable conclusion. I agree. Mutate is a fantastic design space. Big agree. I'm gonna go ahead and gust this, and then Clarion on the board. What was the legacy deck this morning? Gyruda Cannon. And then Ultimatum is just looking stellar here, right? We just like hit an untapped land in our next 2 draws, and we get to gain 5 with it. Great, going to 9. Found the Shatter, sure. That would have been nice to have. Perfect. All right, so I think my plan here is to just activate Castle to gain 2 rather than play Search, since Search isn't flipping just yet. And then next turn we'll Inspired Ultimatum. Could get cleaved here. Didn't get cleaved. Fist bump. They're on fire. Okay, they have Embercleave here, so they get to attack us for 6, 7. So we're going to 6. So I get to go. I can just do this, right? And hey, how much life did Ultimatum gain us, chat? How much life did the Ultimatum gain us? Anybody remember? Anybody recall how much life the ultimatum gained us? Sick. However much life was equal to winning the game, right? Human Thalia! Oh no! Oh no! My hand just got so much worse, chat. Oh no! Yikes! Yikes! All right, your finest Bonecrusher Giant, please, deck. Man, 5-mana sweepers are unplayable, chat. Who put a 5-mana sweeper in my deck?
This isn't a fight you can win. Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
And you thought this card couldn't get more expensive, chat.
We will meet again.
All right, Clarion. Clarion. Hit me, dealer. Hit me, dealer. Yikes. Yikes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're not dead on board. We're not dead on board. We have an impulse here.
I have practiced against many. Hone your prowess.
All right. Take 2. We have 4 Clarions post board. So I only have 2 Clarions in the main deck. Get some Justice Strikes. Yowza. We don't have a lot of great cards here, do we? It's like it's probably fine. All right, let's do it. Yeah, they named Shatter, which is why I didn't kill their board. It's a heads up play. Godzilla doesn't work well with Scry. That's true. That's true. He gets shuffled back into your deck. He's not a happy camper with your Scries. Do I keep this? I think I'm gonna keep this. Or bottom of Typhoon. We have 2 cantrips. with the second land draw here, the second Shark Typhoon is going to get to make a 1/1/2, which is great. Which is great. Things worth noting. Cycling is an activated ability. Tithe Taker does tax it. Don't get got, chat. Don't get got. Alright, play Meddling Mage named Shatter the Sky again for me. I appreciate you. Just want you to know I appreciate you, opponent. Opponent confirmed not ghosting. Confirmed not ghosting. Rigorek, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to Oglandia. Thanks for keeping me around.
I am not going to sit this one out. I've got it.
So, 3/3 for 3. Choose even or odd when it enters the battlefield. Has protection from the chosen converted mana cost. Really weird design.
That's the plan.
Oh, they're playing Teferi of their own. That's interesting.
That's more like it.
I'm just 1-for-1ing this. Do I stomp their Teferi? All of them, Sword and Shield. Wizards, Magic, Magic Arena. Especially Magic Arena, though. I think I'm just passing. There's a good chance Bonecrusher Giant can kill something else that they play. What's the CMC of Stomp? CMC of Stomp is 2.
Don't worry, I got this.
Those who cannot perceive beyond the veil of reality, keep an open mind.
So, obviously, Life's Bounty gets to counter my Bonecrusher Giant here, but that's fine. I think I'll just work through this eventually.
Here goes nothing.
I must stay focused.
I'm known for my excellent timing. Here we go.
Ah! Ah! I'm so excited. Oh no! Oh no! They have a shark! They could counter us now. I was thinking they couldn't kill my Teferi, but they had a shark. This shark is about to obnob all over our Teferi chat.
Really should have seen that coming. Trust me, I have a plan.
Oh, or not. Or they don't have anything useful. Sweet. You love to see it. So what do I kill here? Is it crazy to kill their Teferi so that way they don't draw cards? I think I kill their Teferi, right? It's Teferi or Thalia. It's still odd. This card's still odd. I think I kill their Teferi because I just don't want them drawing.
Suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Yeah, we're like pretty likely to draw a sweeper. Like so. Although worth noting, this does not die to Clarion. That's probably why they're choosing odd.
Such violence is upsetting.
That's a weird card to have in against me. Hey, Bob, I don't know, you probably haven't been here long because it's early for you, but this deck's been absurd. Just so you're aware, just to make it clear for you, this deck's been absurd. Yeah, but like the way Arena adjusts the costs on things, it's easy to misunderstand that. So Shark Typhoon here, whenever we cast a non-creature spell, we get a baby shark to go along with it. Come seal away. Come seal away. Come seal away with me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Pretty sure this baby shark just reads game 3. The sharks have weapon. The sharks have organized, chat. Run! Run! Also, Shark Typhoon makes your Shatter the Sky cantrip because it makes you a 4/4. It's like 4/4 shark, kill it, draw a card. They shocked in the land, so I feel like there's a good chance they have another Shark Typhoon here. We've got Justice Strike, though. Yeah, you don't understand about it. I get the sharks here. Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. I can hear you. Oh, do 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 do. Yeah, I think I was wrong about this card, and I think this card's actually pretty good. Okay, I think I undervalued how good this card was going to be. I think I failed to consider how castable Teferi was going to make this around interaction. And it's been very good. In fact, I think I want this and I don't want the 5-mana Teferi here. I think I'd rather have 3 of these. That card was great when it was in Hearthstone, so naturally it's good here. I think I'm going to keep this. I have 27 lands in my deck. We're on the draw. Let's just like try and hit lands 3, 4, 5. Honestly, I think there's a chance this deck should play 28 lands with the cycle lands. I think there's a real possibility that that's correct. Yeah, they're gonna play Thalia, and we're never gonna draw a third land. This game's just gonna end. It's just like how Magic works. I think I keep this hand every time, and I die every time, but, you know, a luckier person would be fine keeping this hand. Is the Ultimatum better than what Troll is? I think it is, actually. I think it is. I mean, I went up from 26, Bob. And, like, I added 4 cantrips. I think I could go up 2, though. Yeah, the old control list we were playing in this format had 26, and they weren't playing 4 cantrips where Shark Typhoon is. But I think I could afford to go to 28. I'm Deafening Clarion, sure. I'm just gonna go ahead and stop the Thalia here. Before any funny business happens. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Shark Typhoon's enough against Field of the Dead. I'm not sure that it is. There also, like, there just aren't that many people playing Field of the Dead in this format. Like, Field of the Dead did not have a good tournament last weekend in the Hoaglandia Open. I mean, beggars won't be choosers. We hit our land drops, but, like, a blue source would be nice at some point. The good news is, even if we keep missing blue lands, we can at least activate Castle with 1 more red-white land. Hey, K-Dog, thanks for the 14 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Why don't they just, like, name Bonecrusher Giant here since it's an exile? Yeah, I agree, Kinderus. I agree. I'm gonna see a Shark Typhoon cycle happen here. They shocked in, so I assume that's what's happening. The Triomes are really good. I agree, Bob. Like, going through building my mana base numbers, I feel like the Triomes were, like, the thing I was missing to build good mana bases in this format for 3-color decks. Spells your opponent casts, target creature costs 2 more. Sure. I'm just gonna do this now so I can try and hit my land drop this turn. I don't get to surprise them with the Shark, but I think hitting land 7 as soon as possible is ideal here. We do need our 7th land to be a second blue source for this. If we miss on the blue source next turn, we can just play Shark Typhoon out as an enchantment. Meddling Mage is naming Shatter the Sky here. So, stopping the bird and sealing the shark gives them the chance to have counterspells when they untap Bob, because the shark was currently untapped. Is the downside to that sequencing. Yeah, this one really came together well. Ultimatum. Please, since I don't want you in my opener. Shark Typhoon is really good. I knew Shark Typhoon was good, though. I was pretty confident. The Ultimatum, the power level of that one's kind of surprised me. I was not expecting that card to be nearly as good as it's been. I think we're just hoping to draw land and get to Clarion next turn. My wife told me this morning she's willing how to play Magic now that there are active Shark Tornadoes. That's great. Magic the Gathering, bringing people together.
Sorry I'm late. This might be a bad idea.
Don't forget to make the change of 5 CMC to 3 CMC. What change, Bob? I don't understand what you're saying. I have 4 of this and I have 3 of this. Yeah, I also can't change decks in between because the Historic Ladder got turned off.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
We actually have not played against any starter decks this morning, which has been a nice change of pace. The last couple of Historic Leagues were a lot of different starter decks. Like, I think the worst deck we played against was Esper Control, and I think that archetype's probably fine in this format. Alright, so open another untapped land here so we can Conquer's Death. If we miss the untapped land, we get to go search plus seal away, so still not the end of the world. I think the humans pile is better than Esper Control. It's a good question. Oh, you know what? I should have waited and given them a chance to put Embercleave on this. Sure. I just want to get it in play. I mean, getting it into play makes sense if they have nothing else to do with their mana, because that means if they draw like a 2-mana creature or a 1-mana creature with haste, they can haste and equip it next turn. So I think that play makes sense. Like, if they have nothing else going on, it makes sense to get this onto the battlefield.
Now what?
Just looking for a land drop here. Five cards in the bin. Whew! Oh, that was a good one. Everything I wanted for Christmas, chat. Yeah, that was wonderful. You love to see it, chat. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. Do 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 do. Conquer's Death does hit cleave. That is correct. Bye, friend. I appreciate someone that can recognize garbage time. I appreciate people who recognize they're in garbage time. All right, this feels weird to ask, but I think is Jeskai Ultimatum better than Teferi in this matchup? I think it is, right? I think it is, right? God, that's so weird. I think it's better. Yeah, like Teferi tucks it. This like kills something and gets us cards and gains us life. That's wild. Times they are a changin', chat. I'm scared. I think I'm getting rid of 2 Shark Typhoons. Am I supposed to keep these so I have a way to kill them? I'm probably supposed to keep at least 2 of these. Need 2 more cuts here. Need 2 more cuts. Time Raveler's not very good. Let's try this. Hey, Kinderus, thanks for the 19 months. Welcome back. We played a game yet where we didn't have the colors to Castle Ardenvale. We have it. We're playing 27 lands, and with the Triomes, I believe my mana base is 17 blue, 17 red, and 14 white, or 18 white. Sorry, not 14, 18 white. Last match with humans. No, by the time we got to 7 mana, we could cast it. So we didn't have it like when we drew it on 6 lands, but our 7th land made blue. The Legacy deck was absurd. If you like Legacy or you just like memes and you can stomach watching Magic Online, you definitely want to go back and watch the league from this morning. It was very, very good. Gotta do this now, because otherwise it gets hexproof. Yes, we played Gyruda Cannon today in Legacy. Everything I wanted and so much more. Be Rich, thank you for the 30 months. I appreciate the 2.5 years. Wolfwood, thanks for the 1.5 years. Welcome back, folks. Happy Saturday. Gents, I'm making a point to say it a few times today, just as a general reminder. 1 week from today, we'll be broadcasting the second Hoaglandia Open. It will be standard. If you're interested in playing that, make sure you're currently subscribed to the channel and then go join the event on MTG Melee. It's going to be open to up to 256 participants again. Only requirement past being subscribed to my channel currently to play in that is that you need to be able to broadcast your matches to Discord upon request. Our sponsor, Cool Stuff Inc., has put up $500 in store credit in prizes for the tournament as well, which is awesome. So, if you're already subbed, it's just free extra value if you have the day to play. If you're not subbed, it's basically a $5 entry fee, and then you also get to participate in chat whenever you're here. Yes, Hoots, the Hoaglandia Open Online Tournament Series. Going to be monthly moving forward. Is it Shark Time? I think it's just Bonecrusher Giant. I guess this is worse if they have a cleave. Oh no! Oh no! Mercy! Mercy! Nice 7 mana spell, idiot. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, I agree, Bob. We talked about that earlier, that Ultimatum is basically Sphinx's Rev. I agree with that comparison. I think it's apt. Yeah, five mana Teferi is just like sitting in my sideboard. Just like, hey, what do you think? What do you think of me, Hogland? What do you think of me now? Man, Clothis is gonna give us the business. think we're dead here. The double Rune Blaster was real brutal. Yeah, and Clothis closes quickly. Huh? I think I'm happy with how I boarded. Let's just, like, have more lands this time through, huh? Alright, and again, Triome brings these buddy lands into play untapped. I think my one conclusion from playing this deck in this set is I want to cut 2 shock lands and go down to 10 shock lands and play some more buddy lands. The fact that the Triomes bring the buddy lands in untapped is just huge. I think I'm cycling the Typhoon on 2 here. Disdainful Stroke does not catch a kicked Rune Blaster. Still has converted mana cost of 3. So, protection from white, so cannot Justice Strike it, does not die to Deafening Clarion, does die to Shatter, does get Aether Gusted. Kind of hoping they have, like, Questing Beast here. Like, they probably have 4 of this card in their sideboard. The open winning list had 3. Okay. Yeah, I knew we had like a pile of them. I couldn't remember the exact number. Hey, Blasted Storm. Thanks for the 9 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So worth noting, we could cast this if it was Teferi. Gonna be dead to another Questing Beast off the top next turn. It's gotta fade their 4 of here. I think it's right to do that rather than Intervention this turn. Intervention seems like treading water. Really close game. If I wish I could Rabbit. Like if I could have Intervention to gain 8 there, which like keeps me alive, and then like, but like there's no guarantee that I like hit. There's no guarantee that I hit the land for the ultimatum. Like if I had the land for the ultimatum on deck, I think I think if I had the land for ultimatum on deck, I would have just treaded water there, but I think because I didn't, I'm supposed to just try and fade the second Beastly. Yeah, the card viewer extension randomly shows cards as things they're not. When it's right, it has the new cards in it though, so I guess. I think I played correctly. And like that's what, you know, Magic's a game with an incredible amount of variance in it. Just because you play correctly doesn't mean you're going to win a lot of the time. Bob, we're playing it. They got rid of the ladder, Bob. We can't make changes to the deck between matches. Just as a heads up. Wizards are stupid, and we don't have a ladder. No, it's gonna take some getting used to. There's no ladder until the next anthology releases in 6 weeks. Counterspell me. Yeah, if the Teferi resolved, the game was over. Unfortunately, we have to play an actual game now. Yep, we said Sea Dasher would be good in the opponent's archetype. Yeah, Historic is an awesome format with a lot of potential because it's going to update every 6 weeks. Set release, anthology. Set release, anthology. This format is getting new cards every 6 weeks. And that doesn't even begin to talk about Amonkhet Remastered and Pioneer, the first Pioneer injection, and Jumpstart. Like, this format's going to get a ton of new stuff to play with. I'm just going to 1-for-1 this because I don't want it to sit here and draw them cards. Sick. Playing my land first there, so that way we can play around Dispute, although worth noting we do still get Dispersal here. Is there a beat-em-up aggro deck for Standard? I mean, mono red. All the decks that were good last season are still good. Until proven otherwise, all the cards that were good are still good. Yeah, Thoughtseize is gonna... I mean, to be fair though, Bob, if you really think about the current Historic format, what good deck does Thoughtseize go into? Thanks for the 16 months, Box of Shoes. Welcome back. What existing established deck that's doing well does Thoughtseize slide into? I don't have one to list. Vampires, sure, but I don't know that like that deck is really everywhere, right?
I have just the trick for this.
As appealing as this is, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to take Shark Typhoon. Well, eventually all of Pioneer is going to be on Magic Arena. It's probably safe to assume that Thoughtseize is going to be in the first batch of Pioneer cards. Maybe. I mean, like, I've built and played Kisis in Pioneer, and it doesn't play Thoughtseize there, per se. I don't know why it would be different in this format. They're not adding all Pioneer cards to Historic. They will. You are misinformed. Historic is... Every card on Magic Arena is legal in Historic. That is the purpose of Historic as a format. Historic is every card on the application. No, Historic will not be Pioneer. And again, like, that's why people really, you need to think before you talk, chat. I promise you, if you put some critical effort into it, I promise you put some thought into it, you'll think about it. Historic already contains a number of cards that Historic has cards that aren't even Modern legal. Historic has cards that aren't Pioneer legal. This format has a ton of different cards in it, and it's going to continue to get cards added to it that aren't legal in Pioneer and aren't legal in Modern, etc. No, Veil of the Summer and Once Upon a Time are just design mistake stains that just shouldn't exist. Let's just, like, delete them and forget about them. Hope you enjoyed your card draw there.
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Hey, thanks for the 26 months, Lancer. I appreciate that. Welcome back. No, I don't think Veil's insufferable because of color pie considerations. I think Veil's insufferable because it's way too efficient. Why didn't we slam Shark Typhoon on the table? Because I wanted to kill their thing. Because I'm at 5, and if I played Shark Typhoon, they could have just, like, killed me the next turn with a good draw. Yeah, Shark Typhoon being an uncounterable thing is so huge. You think we'll ever see arena-only cards? I have no idea. I think it would be sweet if we saw arena only cards at some point, but will that be something they actually do? I don't know. What do we think of this board plan? I think Veto's good here. Veto's probably not good here. I guess Conquer's Death is like fine. It tags Sea Dasher, it tags Jin, it tags Borrower. Yeah, there's arena-only cards, but, like, the people are saying, well, actually, Jeff, there are arena-only cards. Pound Sand. Those cards aren't playable. Bugger off. Ain't nobody got time for your nonsense here. Thanks for 11 months, John Slayer. I have no idea, Tom. They couldn't flash it in before combat to stop your attack. You're asking me did I consider making a different play to prevent my opponent from flashing something in while I had Teferi? I promise at some point we'll all know what this card does. At some point, maybe we'll all know what this card does. Listen, I've been there, okay? As someone who, like, still draws while Narset's on the table, like, these static abilities are rough, chat. They're rough, okay? I think I want to hold up Justice Strike this turn. I think I just want to, like, use my mana every turn this game. Well, I mean, Teferi's never going to rotate out of this format, right? This is historic. He ain't going anywhere over here. Are static abilities coming back, or are they a mistake too? Static abilities are literally back. They literally printed a Planeswalker with static abilities in the most recent set. Punish for leading on Tef over Clarion here. For the record, and I talked about this in my article on Cool Stuff Inc. this week, I think Planeswalkers with static abilities are not inherently bad. I think we already saw a number of Planeswalkers with static abilities that were super reasonable. Just because Teferi and Narset were stains doesn't mean all static abilities are bad in Planeswalkers. Y'all ready to jump the shark? Baby shark, do 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 do. It's a do 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 do. Do 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 do. Khrid. Hail Mary. Do. Yeah, all subscriptions are equal. Gift subs, Prime subs, Tier 1 subs. However you would like to subscribe to my channel. They're all the same. For a Twitch streamer, a Prime sub is identical to a non-Prime sub in literally every way. Skin of their teeth, chat. Just like last two cards, counterspell, lethal threat. Rough. Your sub needs to be valid on the day the tournament happens. So if your sub lapses between now and the 25th, you will need to re-up. You will need it to be legal to join, and you'll need it to be legal to play. D20 Bandit, thank you for the very generous Tier 2 resub. Thanks for the 23 months. Welcome back. Hey, Keldon, thanks for the brand new Prime support. So it's going to be our last match one way or another with this deck. We will either be 5-1 or 4-2 after this, ending this constructed event. We're going to dive on into a long day of standard after this. I'm doing at a minimum 4 standard decks today. When we finish the 4th standard deck, if we're above 2,000 viewers, I'm going to add a 5th deck and maybe a 6th deck after that if we stay high. Hard to predict viewership on the weekends. My plan for the next week is to run long every day that we have a lot of people here. Did you ever cast the enchantment portion of Shark Typhoon? Yeah, you should go back and watch this league. This set's been really good. Shark Typhoon has been aces. You mostly cycle it, but you do actually cast the front half sometimes. It's gas when you do. Pierce me, daddy. Oh, yeah. You know just what I like. Are you ready, chat? Bonecrusher's ready. Interesting. Okay, so they're loading this up, which is saying they think they're gonna attack through this, which is interesting. All right, so we're hoping for no pierce, no dive down, or no land, so we can deliver justice. Unchained Berserker doesn't get killed by Clarion. Did your opponent recently stomp? If you stomp and then Clarion, protection things die. Because stomp prevents, I'm gonna put a 28th land in this deck, I think. I think we're gonna put a 28th land in here. Our ability to flood out at high land counts is unmatched. You're not wrong. All right, sweet. All right, I was really happy with this. MT Whet, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome to Hooglandia. This card was better than Hero of Dominaria, like, a lot. I think I'm gonna cut a Hero of Dominaria for the 28th land, I think is my plan. I think is what I'm interested in doing. After playing that. I don't think I want a 3rd white castle. I think I'll take a blue castle. And then I think I want to cut like a shock for another check land. Probably like probably trim like Hallowed. I'm gonna trim Steam Vents and put another Sulfur Falls. I think with the Triomes, once upon a time I think you had to play all 12 shocks in these decks, but I think the fact that the Triomes bring the Buddy Lands into play untapped now means that we can afford. So this is like 15 things that bring these into play untapped. I could honestly even see going down to 14 here because we have the 3 basics as well. I think that potentially seems reasonable. I was pretty happy with this though. Shark Typhoon was also another card that was just like fantastic at multiple points. It was a card that cantripped in our control deck early that also then was able to provide a reasonable clock late. It's just excellent against counterspell decks like the last deck that we played against, like having a threat. Having a threat that was like mostly uncounterable was reasonable. I can honestly see getting up to another Search for Azcanta in this deck potentially too. That card's very good on 2 a lot of the time. Maybe you go down like a Conqueror's Death, or maybe you trim the 3rd Ultimatum for a 3rd Search because Search helps you find Ultimatum in the late game. I don't know. Having multiple of this card to just draw was really good though. It's basically like Hero's Downfall, draw 5 cards, gain 5 life. You cut Narset for Surge. Kinda. Like, the fact that Narset does something the turn she comes into play. The one thing Narset does that's very different from Search is that turn 3 Narset makes you a lot more likely to play turn 4 Shatter or turn 4 Clarion. So, like, having Narset on 3 to impulse for your sweeper against aggro has a lot of upside. Yeah, that was good, though, as I was really happy. This was a build-around for Inspired Ultimatum, and I was expecting this to feel unnecessary, but in the games that we played, I honestly felt like... Honestly felt like it was just better. Like I said, I'd leave 3 of these and just play 2 at Teferi. Alright, what are we doing? We're going to roll on into some Standard here for the rest of the day. We're going to kick off our Standard segment with some Teamer Mutate here, trying a few different things that we haven't tried yet before in this archetype. I'm going to go ahead and hit a quick ad roll. I get my deck list updated and get the client restarted. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.